But like I said, man, about bitch ass dudes. See, bitch ass dudes back in the day, you would always have one dude in the neighborhood who never really came outside. You always had the one cat who everybody knew he lived in the neighborhood, but people didn't know too much about him. Never really came outside. He would go to school. You see him at school. Then you guys go home. And then, you know, the regular kids, you come home. You take your school clothes off. You put your play clothes on. You take your ass right back outside. But the little bitch ass dude, you never saw him. He never came back outside after school. You never saw the bitch ass dude kicking it, playing ball. None of that shit. He was always stuck in the house. Now, bitch-ass dudes were created in two ways. He was a self-imposed bitch-ass dude, meaning that he was just a scary type of dude who didn't want to go outside and interact with everybody. He might have been shy, nervous, bitch-made, whatever.
You're a young guy. You establish your friendships in life at a very early age, either high school or college. If you get out of college or whatever and you don't have a group of solid friends, you're not going to just attract tons of people because, I mean, you're living in the world of thinking that you've got all these social contacts and that's the best way to do it. But if you don't have social contacts, and I believe there's millions of guys in the same situation that are kind of like loners not by choice.
Or number two, he might have been a bitch-ass mama's boy. And that happens in a lot of cases. A lot of mothers, you turn your sons into little bitch-ass dudes. A lot of times, he might have wanted to go outside. And then the mom be like, no, you can't go outside until you cook, you clean, you got to do this. Your mama wanted you all up under her. You think, you know, because back in the day, you know, we would go knock on the bitch ass dude's door. Like, look, can Dante come out? I mean, we got a football game going on. We need an extra dude. Can Dante come out and play? And the mama might say, oh no, baby, Dante got to do this. Dante got to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the mama would kind of make him a bitch ass dude in many cases. Or sometimes he was just self-imposed. But they've always been around. You just never heard from the bitch-ass dude. And then they grew up to be serial killers, rapers, or whatever the fuck bitch-ass dudes did back in the day. But the thing is, something happened to give bitch-ass dudes a voice. The internet. The internet was the perfect vehicle for the bitch-ass dudes.
Today I want to take you guys on a ride down that nostalgia train because I think this is a topic that we should talk about. Now, we live in a world today that I would say is pretty safe, okay? Nobody's allowed to say anything that is deemed offensive, right? Everyone throws their arms up in rage and fear anytime anything bad is said. You pretty much have to apologize for literally everything. You can't say anything anymore. Everyone gets offended over the most stupid shit. But you know, my generation, we lived through something called Xbox Game Chat. Now, I want you to imagine if you never experienced anything like this. I want you to imagine the most horrendous, offensive things that could be said today. And I want you to multiply that by about 7,000. Because this shit is unrivaled. Y'all literally will get offended over getting called stupid and cry. You get called just the most random name in the world, and kids today will break down and cry. But these game chats, man, these turned boys into men. And if you never experienced it, you just won't understand. Now, there is a very specific game franchise that I hold very close to myself that had just the worst, and I mean the worst game chats. Call of Duty game chats were just AIDS, to say it at best, were just the worst. I learned every racial slur, every homophobic slur, every insult, every your mom joke, everything, just through those chats. I went into these game chats as a young boy, and I came out a seasoned veteran. Honestly, like, if you ever were in a MW2, Black Ops 1, MW3, Black Ops 2 game chat, you deserve a veteran's discount. And even then, even when these things were just the most toxic chats in the world, they were still better than party chat. I mean, I have been in the witnessing count of so many horrible game chats. I have heard the worst shit been said to other people. I have heard death threats. I have heard getting, I'll boot you offline. I have heard threats to slaughter families. I have heard threats to shoot schools up. I've heard threats for pretty much everything, every name, ever. At this point, I feel like the Juggernaut from MW3, it's wild. But the great thing about these chats is that even though they were toxic, a lot of mean things were said in them, it forced you to be a part of that community, You had to interact with your teammates. You had to actually play the game together, especially, and I'm talking primarily about Call of Duty, because this is where I experienced a lot of it.
Yeah, fuck that nigga. They be online gangbanging. Fuck you, cuz. Fuck you, blood. Oh, come on. They have a vehicle for being a bitch ass. Because if you talk shit anonymously or do any slick thing anonymously, that makes you a bitch by definition. Anonymous snitching, anonymous telling, anonymous shit talking, that's just a bitch ass move within itself. But like I said, the internet has given these cats a forum and a voice for all that.
I sounded like I deep-throated a cow, and then I said I deep-throated your mom, so your mom's a cow.
I have two dads.
Who's
gay now?
I'm a pussy that use riot shield.
I'm a what do you want me to use?
Faggot.
You tell me what you want me to fucking use.
You fucking faggot.
Tell me what to fucking use, huh? Tell me what to fucking use, huh? Tell me what to fucking use to play the fucking game,
Shut the
and I'll
fuck up.
fucking work you. You fucking fucking faggot.
Pussy.
That's right. Yum, 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 I eat dick all day. Yum, 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 I eat dick.
You wanna fight dick?
You
eat dick?
Nope.
What a fucking homo.
Exactly.
You eat dick. This nigga said he eats dick. You a homo, nigga.
I was making fun of you dickhead. Fucking you
making fun of yourself, you fucking idiot. You're looking like a loser right now. You test procedures in
fucking
riot shield,
fucking
bitch.
motherfucker. That's what the fuck you are. You
Keep
look like a
using your
fucking
riot shield,
Ewok.
faggot.
But
Keep
your
using your
mom's a
riot
fucking
shield.
sister.
Keep using.
Fuck you. You won't be able to cheat with my fist in your fucking face, you old faggot. You old fat kid. Fuck face, you fucking ass. Fuck you. Kid. You have my dick in your ass. You old fucking prick.
You got a lot of pissed off people in this society. I mean, majorly pissed off. So this incel thing is a big issue. It's probably the biggest.
As a former New York City police officer who worked in many neighborhoods that were 10 times worse than what's going on right now. I had a 6-shooter, didn't even have a bulletproof vest. I worked in Harlem, the South Bronx, and I never shot one person, not one person. In fact, I never even shot my gun. The problem with the police today is they want to be Call of Duty. They don't want to be police officers. They want to be military men running around with these mags and bulletproof vests and combat boots and all this shit that they're wearing.
We'll do our best, all things considered. But let's just start with playing this. There's a thread of different moments of the cops being just really, in many respects, creating the violence across the board. And here, Matt, do you have that? This is coming. This starts off with, this is really one of the most disturbing. I mean, there's a lot of disturbing images. This is nuts. Like, this isn't, you would not, I mean, you could see a lot of people in the military commenting like, we would never be allowed to do this in a wartime situation. Even in a wartime situation, this idea where we don't even announce that we're about to fire on you. This is down a neighborhood in Minneapolis. There are cops and National Guardsmen. The video is taken by a woman who is, and maybe there's one or two women who are standing on their front porch of their home. And the cops are telling people to go inside. And then the only warning that they're about to shoot at these people with rubber bullets, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of the footage of people just gushing blood from rubber bullets, is you hear one guy yell, "Light them up." Go ahead.
Oh, there's more. Look at this. They just keep coming.
Go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Get in.
Oh, God, that hurt. You good?
Are you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay? You got hit?
I'm good.
So there you have these cops walking down the street, 2 yells of "get inside your house," and then the next thing is "light them up." I mean, they're so excited to pretend that they're, in some type of war zone. It is demented. As if these people, like, there's no threat here. There's nothing. This is really messed up. I mean, all those people, and you could see how quick those guys were, like, "Light them up. All right, great. This was an opportunity for a lot of these guys to sort of play out their fantasies.
The white supremacists, they've been trolling my page relentlessly today because I pointed out how dangerous these white supremacists within the gaming community are, and I knew they were going to pull some shit like this, and I've been calling it out for months, and they finally did it, and these white supremacists are trying to throw up a smoke screen by trolling me to get away from the fact that they don't want people investigating all the fucking white supremacists within that movement. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is why y'all have to listen to me. Y'all see the work I do. I don't be out here just fucking whistling Dixie. I done told y'all months ago they were going to pull some shit like this because they tried the shit on me. Remember when the white supremacists called the race soldiers to my house? That was those gamer dudes. That was them fucking gamer dudes, and I'm telling you how dangerous these dudes are. I'm like, this ain't no... They're trying to pass this off as just some little goofy guys playing a prank. These dudes tried to get me and my family killed, dude. See, understand, they love trying to swing the narrative and change it and minimize it when it comes to them. They love minimizing white supremacist bullshit. They love it. They love minimizing it. Oh, it's just a prank. Oh, they're just being silly. These fools tried to get me killed. And they would call my house saying, damn, we didn't get to get you killed. We wanted you dead, nigga. And I told you, wait a minute, these dudes in the gaming community, it's a lot of dangerous ass white supremacists in them. And y'all need to watch out. I've been tweeting that shit for months. It's some dangerous fucking dudes in here. This shit is a playground for the alt-right. They're hardcore white supremacists within the gaming community. As a matter of fact, I pointed out other former so-called Nazi leaders, which ain't no former. Now, I don't even buy that former Nazi bullshit. Once a damn Nazi, always a Nazi, all right? But even he came clean on a little stuff. He was like, well, yeah, when I was the leader of the neo-Nazi group, we would recruit within the gaming community. That's one of the hot spots where we recruit. I did a podcast. I did an episode that you can look at here on my Tariq Radio page. Go back a couple of months. I did a whole expose on how so many white supremacists are within the gaming community. And I knew the way they were acting and how they were getting emboldened, they're going to pull off a mass attack. And damn show did it today.
You know, how far this goes down the rabbit hole, I don't know. But I think the incel thing is going to be the determining factor as far as what army is going to win the war. Is the army...
Yeah, like which army has more incels in it?